Hello, welcome back to my channel. So, I did watch Wednesday on Netflix. Finished it a couple weeks ago, finished it a while ago, but just haven't really had the time to post a review of it. So I will now give my thoughts on that show. The short version is it's fun. It's a fun, entertaining, well-made teen supernatural. Call it a dramedy. Um, but it didn't feel like an Addams Family show. It felt like a supernatural teen dramedy that had Wednesday Addams dropped in as the main character. So Addams Family, of course, was a satire of the nuclear family. Charles Addams, way back in the 50s, is you know right from the start of the that age, 1938, that they debuted. Um, most of the strips were in 40s and 50s. Um, and yeah, they were intended as a satire of the post-war middle-class nuclear family. They were, in the terms of the song, spooky and ooky. But they genuinely love each other. They're absurd and bizarre, and they don't fit. They don't fit at all into the mold of conventional society, but they don't really care. They love each other. They're happy. They enjoy what they enjoy. They enjoy who they are. They are satisfied in a way that a lot of conventional society never really was. So yeah, a key part of the Addams Family was seeing how these bizarre individuals interact with conventional society, and how conventional society sort of reacts to people who genuinely don't care about conventional social norms. That was definitely like a key aspect of the Addams Family and always has been. Which brings us to Wednesday. The premise of that show is that Wednesday herself gets sent to a private boarding school, Nevermore Academy, um, which is a school for outcasts, specifically monsters. So you've got her roommate's a werewolf. You've got werewolves. You got vampires. You've got mer people, sirens, and mer people. You've got gorgons. It's just full of monsters. And it's sort of like private boarding school drama surrounded by monsters, but it is by no means a normal society. So it's not. I mean, there is like a nearby town that they interact with. So there's some elements of a more normal society, small town America, that sort of has to react to all this stuff, but you don't. It's not seen very much. Um, Wednesday's in therapy, but we only see a couple of appointments, and the therapist doesn't really seem to have much reaction to a lot of what Wednesday says. Um, so to me, that feels like it misses a key element of what the franchise is about. It's taking it's dropping Wednesday Adams. It's dropping the Adams into weirdness. And yes, she is still, she still stands out as sort of the weirdest character present, but not in the same way as normal for an Adams Family adaptation. So I wasn't really keen on that element of it. I feel like that was kind of a mistake. Like I said, it's a supernatural, it's a supernatural teen dramedy that just has a Wednesday Addams dropped into it, rather than being something that's developed out from what is at the core of the Addams franchise. That aside, like I said, it's a fun show. It's well made. Jenna Ortega does do a really good job in the role. She's got that deadpan delivery. She's got the monotone that still says a lot. She's got the dead-eyed stare. She does do a really good job in the role. Her roommate Enid is a really good contrast. They do contrast each other really well. They play off each other really well. There's a few other characters again that she plays off. That Ortega plays off well. The headmistress, principal, whatever. Again, they actually they play off each other really well. They've got a really good chemistry, I thought, and she's got another great chemistry with the sheriff. The two of them have a lot of screen time together, and they do make the most of it. They do really good job playing off each other there. The people they cast as the rest of the family were all great. Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia. I mean, come on. Catherine Zeta-Jones. You can't go wrong with Catherine Zeta-Jones, right? I mean, hot. Gorgeous woman. Luis Guzman was fantastic as Gomez. He was pretty much perfect for the role. And, pretty much everyone else, pretty much everyone in the show did a really good job. And, Christina Ricci is, she was pretty cool seeing her there. She obviously played Wednesday back in the two 90s live action Adams Family movies, Adams Family and Adams Family Values. She played Wednesday back in those, so I thought bringing her in was really cool, and she had a pretty fun role throughout it. So that was really neat. Um, some of the detective stuff was, seeing Wednesday going through her detective work was good. They did that aspect of it well. There were some good red herrings thrown in to throw people off, um, while still making the revelations that we got, still making those make sense. They still fit. Um, so the audience never really felt cheated. At least, I did. I didn't, at least. I thought that they handled the twists well, so that I didn't feel like they were just pulling stuff out of their ass. That is always a big problem. That is always a big risk with any sort of mystery story, and any story with twists, is making it so that it's not so obvious that the audience guesses it right off the bat, while also not making it come out of absolutely nowhere so the audience feels cheated. Lay a few hints that the audience can pick up on. There were a couple of times where, I did pick up on a couple of hints where, like, that had me like, I'm curious. I wonder. So yeah. So yeah, like I said, nothing felt like a cheat. Um, so yeah, like I said, it was definitely a very well made show. Still not entirely, but I do have an issue, like I said, with it not feeling Adams enough. That said, there were a lot of fun. There was definitely a lot of fun stuff. The prom episode was definitely a strong one. Or the dance, I suppose, not a prom, but the dance was definitely one of the definitely stood out. And of course, she did a credit to Ortega for choreographing the dance herself. She clearly had a lot of fun doing that. And yeah, so not bad, but didn't feel like an Adams show. It is apparently getting a second season. I have no idea if I'll end up watching a second season when it eventually comes out. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, I suppose that's enough to say about that show. Do I recommend it? It's not bad. So yeah. Uh, Not much else that I can really say about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you another time.